And now, the general weather around Alaska.
All right, starting off with hazardous weather graphic up here, western Arctic coast, Point Lay on down to Point Hope, including Cape Lisburne. That's a winter storm watch out for Monday and Tuesday for possible blizzard conditions in these areas, meaning blowing snow, reducing visibilities to less than a quarter mile at times. And again, that's out for Monday and Tuesday. And down to the south here, all the way down to the Alaska Peninsula, high wind warning out for tomorrow here for the entire peninsula as an intense storm comes northward here, looking for possible winds gusting out of the southeast to 80 miles per hour, particularly the Cold Bay area. And then one other area here, Keystone Canyon and Thompson Pass there northeast of Valdez. That's a winter weather advisory out for tomorrow for, let's see, or actually for tonight for winter weather advisory conditions. Northeast winds gusting to 40 miles an hour could reduce visibilities to a half mile or less and possibly picking up 3 inches of snow. And from there, satellite imagery showing clouds here over the east side, slowly moving eastward there, starting to break out around the Fairbanks area, and then much clearer and colder back here to the west, all the way up to the Arctic coast there, and breaking out, as you can see, across south central Alaska today down toward Kodiak Island, and not too bad over the Panhandle. And out here to the west, we had low pressure tracking northwestward, and a front bringing some gusty winds and rain to the central Aleutians today. As you can see, mostly this cloud mass here, the front, kind of coming down just off the picture there, the next system. So everything's moving from south to north here, or back to the northwest a little bit. So not too much eastward progression here. A strong high pressure builds over the north slope there and ridging southward in toward Bristol Bay, Kodiak Island area. On the chart, you can see that center there over the northern interior areas, and again extending southward into northeast Bristol Bay. Drawing it out, Kodiak Island, pretty fair day, except for some dense fog in the Anchorage Bowl just about all day today. Otherwise, other areas down toward Kenai, Seward seeing some clearing. Also just up to the northeast there from on the Glen Highway from about the way station on up in toward Eagle River. Some pretty clear skies today, as well as much of the Madanuska and Susitna Valley. And out here front, bringing the wind and rain into the mostly east of Atka now, and pushing in toward the eastern Aleutians. Some snow reported today, wet snow, temperature 36 at Unalaska. And for tonight, we'll see that system, the next one comes northward here, keep the gusty winds and rain going for the Alaska Peninsula. That'll actually increase after midnight tonight, and then some snow for the Pribilof Islands. Isolated showers, Adak and Atka, rain and snow showers for the western Aleutians. The southeast coast from today, some scattered showers, mainly along the north coast here, and to a lesser extent over the northern Lynn Canal area. But dry day today, then this system takes off to the northeast and may spread some moisture up into the southern areas there, Prince of Wales Island, eastward toward Misty Fjords and down toward Dixon Entrance. Weakening low pressure in the Gulf of Alaska, most of shower activity now off the coast or right along the coastline. It'll be very light, whatever does make landfall there. Otherwise, cold high pressure here dominates the interior from the Arctic coast all the way down into the Kenai Peninsula and right to the southwest coast in Bristol Bay. And then for the day tomorrow, this system pulls northward. See a very tight gradient here right across the Alaska Peninsula. Look for 80 mile per hour wind gusts with rain, possibly heavy at times there. And conditions improve as you head up toward Kodiak Island. Just some possible showers there with mostly cloudy skies and gusty winds pushing into the Pribilof Islands. Otherwise, much better to the west, Adak and Atka. Some isolated showers, rain and snow showers for the western Aleutians. And clear and cold over the interior all the way down to the Copper River Basin. Southeast coast, partly to mostly cloudy or just variably cloudy, with gusty north winds for Lynn Canal, lighter winds elsewhere, and some shower activity there in the Barren Islands. Pretty light, though, if it exists at all. And then for the next day on Monday, let me back over here and there we go. This low takes off to the northeast, kind of following that frontal boundary there, and then the trailing front here really weakens. Just still some light rain, fog, and drizzle possible there from Atka Island into the eastern Aleutians, northward, the Pribilofs right on the edge of that. Possible light snow with breezy conditions to St. Lawrence Island. Otherwise, variably cloudy here over the southwest interior. Rainfall chances increase with increasing east flow here off the, and some of this moisture from the next system coming northward here, just getting onto the picture there. So I'll bring an increasing chance of rain for Kodiak Island, maybe reaching the southern Kenai Peninsula area, more likely the Barren Islands in toward Kamishak Bay. Otherwise, stays clear and cold over the interior. Highs staying below zero in the Copper River Basin, all the way up to the Arctic coast, northern Kuskokwim Valley, and dry for the southeast coast, maybe some isolated showers down toward Dixon Entrance, and that's about it. This low center here will just drift a little farther to the north, but the front will come northward, and on Tuesday afternoon, possibly see some gale force winds reaching southern Kodiak Island with increasing rain. Otherwise, lows tonight, again, well below zero. Kuskokwim Valley, north of the Alaska Range, all the way out to the Arctic coast, lows anywhere from 25 to 45 below. South of the Alaska Range, above zero, except the Copper River Basin, near 30 for Kodiak, and in the 30s for the Aleutians. Upper 20s, northern southeast coast, elsewhere in the 30s. Highs for tomorrow, again, below zero from the Alaska Range all the way up to the Arctic coast, and near zero in the Copper River Basin. Highs 15 to 20, 25 maybe for south central Alaska, upper 30s Kodiak Island, upper 30s to lower 40s for the Alaska Peninsula, and in the 30s here out to the west. Lower 40s, Sitka down toward Craig, Klawock, and Ketchikan. Otherwise, lower 30s from Juneau up toward Haines. And for the lows on Monday morning, looking at lows again anywhere from 25 to 50 below here in the interior areas, and lows 15 to 25 below in the Copper River Basin, and anywhere from 0 to 15 for south central Alaska, mid-30s Kodiak Island, and then the highs staying below zero again from the Copper River Basin and the Alaska Range northward out to the Arctic coast. Mid-30s though for Bristol Bay, lower 40s Kodiak Island, near 40 areas of the Alaska Peninsula, and upper 30s for the Aleutians and Pribilofs, and lower 40s in the southeast coast, mid-20s for Lynn Canal and the Haines-Klondike highways.